Hello friends, let me ask you, how do the world's most successful CEOs maintain absolute clarity in an era of endless data and the market hype? In this video, we dive deep into the powerful leadership lesson from the Bhagavad Gita, chapter 2, verse 52. As a leader, you are constantly bombarded by what has been heard and what will be heard. Bhagwan Krishna describes this as the forest of illusion. For a modern CEO, emerging from this forest means developing a strategic filter, the ability to detach from the noise and lead with pure, unbiased intelligence. Let's discuss this further. Good morning, leaders. In today's hyper-connected world, you are constantly fighting a battle not on a physical field but within the vast, overwhelming landscape of information. Every day, data streams, market reports, analyst forecast, social media trends, and the competitive advantage flood your inbox and also your mind. The challenge isn't finding information, it is finding clarity. The modern CEO's dilemma is profound. How do you make truly strategic decisions when your intelligence is constantly being shaped, swayed, and sometimes suffocated by noise? We chase the latest trends, react to every market fluctuation, and try to predict the unpredictable, often losing the sight of our core purpose. But what if the antidote to this modern situation was not a new AI tool or a groundbreaking management theory, but a piece of wisdom thousands of years old, a timeless insight from one of the most revered spiritual texts in human history, the Bhagavad Gita? We are going to explore chapter 2, verse 52, which offers a profound truth for leaders drowning in information. The verse, in its essence, states, and the quote starts, "When your intelligence emerges from the forest of illusion, you will become indifferent to what has been heard and what will be heard." Quote close. Let's break down. Because within these few lines lies the secret to what we call the CEO's filter. First, the forest of illusion. For Arjun, the warrior prince on the battlefield of Kurukshetra, this forest was his emotional turmoil, his attachment to outcome, his fear of consequence, and his confusion about duty. For the modern CEO, this forest is the ceaseless barrage of information. It is the constant chatter, the conflicting opinions, the endless data points that obscure the true path. It's the hype cycle, the FUD, fear, uncertainty, and doubt, the quarterly pressures, and even the echo chambers where we create around ourselves. When you are lost in this forest, every tree looks the same, every path leads to the same path, which is more confusion. Then we come to the core concept, indifferent to what has been heard and what will be heard. This is where the CEO filter truly comes into play. What has been heard represents the past, your company's historic performance, past market trend, conventional wisdom, established playbook, and even your own past success or failures. While the history offered lessons, clinging to it blindly can prevent innovation and adaptability. What will be heard represents the future, market forecast, analyst prediction, competitors' announcement, emerging technologies, and all the speculative noise about what's next. While the foresight is crucial, getting swept up in every prediction can lead to reactive strategies, wasted resources, and a loss of strategic focus. The Gita isn't telling you to ignore data or future trend entirely. It is urging you to transcend them, to develop an intelligence that is detached, an intelligence that can process information without being captivated, confused, or controlled by it. This is a CEO's filter, a mental discipline that allows you to see the signal through the noise. So, how do you cultivate this filter? How do you move from state of being overwhelmed to one of serene, decisive leadership? First, cultivate inner stillness. This isn't just about meditation. Though it helps, it's about creating mental space. Regular periods of reflection, deliberate quiet time, and stepping away from constant digital input can help you your intelligence settle and gain perspective. Next, define your true north. What are your core values? What's your company's unchanging mission? When you are anchored in these fundamental truths, external noise loses its power to disorient you. You evaluate information against your strategic compass, not just its loudness. Third, question assumptions. Be rigorously curious. Don't just accept what has been heard or what will be heard at face value. Ask, is this truly relevant? Is this data biased? Does this trend align with your foundational purpose? Fourth, practice strategic detachment. Understand that outcomes are not entirely in your control, but your efforts and decision making process are. By detaching from the emotional highs and lows of the market, performance, or public opinion, you can make more rational, long term strategic choices. When your intelligence becomes steady and untangled by a constant influx of information, you achieve a state of yoga, not just physical yoga, but the yoga of action or yoga of intelligence, which is also known in Sanskrit as Buddhi Yoga. This is the state of being truly connected to your higher self, leading with profound clarity and unwavering purpose. It's about moving beyond reactivity to proactive, insightful leadership. It's about developing an internal GPS that guides you through any storm, making you indifferent, not in a dismissive way, but in a way that truly discern what matters from what merely makes noise. The CEO's filter is not a luxury, it's a necessity for thriving in the 21st century. By applying this ancient wisdom, you can emerge from the forest of illusion, lead beyond the noise, and guide your organization with unwavering intelligence. Thanks for joining live. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, please do subscribe our channel and send in your comments in the comment section below, and I will catch you again in the next one.